It up here today, but you know how it go. One step at a time, I'm glad I started at 6:30 p.m. getting up here. All right, hold on here. Yeah. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Baltimore. All right. Glad to have you with us. All right. All right. All right. Okay, Sandra. All right. Okay, Coco. All right. Okay. Hey. All right. All right. How's everybody doing today? Glad to see everybody's able to make it. I'm trying to. I thought I wasn't gonna get on here. I was punching every button. I think I punched a button on my wall somewhere and made it work. I don't know what I did, but I got it going. Like I always say, your strength is in your struggle. So if you ain't struggling, you ain't surviving or living. That's what I say. Everything in life got to struggle to live, but it worked out. Doing great, doing great. All right. Yesterday went pretty well. I'm going to look at trying to do this on Monday through Friday to help everybody kind of understand the system. Once you get it and write the sheets down and do the 22 numbers, it's pretty self-explanatory. It, like I said, I can explain it in about 30 minutes. And then it depends on your how knowledgeable you are with, well, just with a rundown. One particular is the 111 rundown, and everything else I put together. So and familiar with mirrors and opposite numbers, but it's relatively simple. And working with the law average, counting the numbers down where you can make a better decision on what numbers to play. And I was surprised this morning when I got up and seen that the trap that I have been thinking about came to fruition overnight. So, dog, sometimes, how they say, love when a plan comes together. Kansas City, all right, Kansas City. Got Ella Winkler. You have all the charts? All right, ready. Okay, great, great, great. I think a lot of people have gotten the charts ready. I was trying to put as much information up as I could to make it easy for everybody to get the charts together. And I think that's kind of why I was hoping I could go live. And I was looking, I thought you only needed 100 subscribers before you could go live. Come to find out, it was 1,000. So it all worked out. It took about 6 months. It took 6 months for me to get 700 videos plus up. So to get enough, information on the channel where people would be able to just about find anything they need to find. And if they can't find it, they can always comment, and I can send them a link, or as I say, they can call me and get the information that they need. Haiti, I think, is it Haiti that I think said she was kind of confused or didn't understand some things about the system? Was it anything in particular that you might want to ask me on it? Hattie? Is it Hattie? Yeah. Burton? And while we here, I can explain it to you. That's why we're here. And then if I can't explain it, we have, other family members here that, might understand more about what I know about it. I don't like being the only, what they say, the lightest bulb in the bunch. I know it's my system, but I think once people start using it, they're going to have ideas of their own that they can contribute to it. Because it's working off the law average. That's kind of why I wanted to get it out, because I just felt that this could be real useful and successful to everybody other than just myself. I put it together, but I think it's more to it that can help everybody be better players. And like I say, the numbers rotate different in all states, in all the states. So trying to just do the simple tic-tac-toes and rundowns and all that, I know it didn't show me everything I needed to see, because I wasn't hitting well. But when I put pick three at a glance together, at least when I didn't hit a number, I knew where the number fell off at and probably how I missed it. Then I could strategize better on how to hit the number. And it, just like, like I said, coming up with that, I call it the trap. That's come from tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and realizing that on average, like the 6-0 that came in yesterday on that back end, you're gonna get about 3 or 4 of those. Ms. Valerie D. I'm very confused after the numbers come out for the evening. And you do the 1-1 rundown. Which column do you pick the numbers out of? Okay, now when you're doing the rundown, you really are checking off the numbers. This works by law of average, Ms. Valeria D. And what we're doing is trying to really basically find the numbers that are left. And I started this in June, and I started in like the middle of the year with the data. But normally I start the first of every year, and I was going to, like I say, I was going to try to wait till 2023, but when COVID came along, I did a reset. I said, I better, you might not be around when COVID comes. So I said, I better start this now and get it out. So it's kind of a little bit of a setback, but you would take the sheet and kind of track the numbers off and see what numbers are left from last year. And I don't know on what the different lottery websites have or where you're at. You might have something that can tell you what numbers are left or what front pairs or back pairs or something like that is left. And then what you do is just transfer those numbers that are left over to the 22 columns and to the front pairs and back pairs. And that's what we look for. That's what we look at. I look at. So I don't know if how long you've been since you been following me, but that's pretty much the strategy. See, the 1-1 rundown is basically help you make up the columns, the 22 columns. And also helps you for the number that comes in when you do the 1-1 rundown on that number, where to find it on the columns at. All right, B33LZ, glad to have you with us again. You seen that 6-0 came on the backside, didn't you, B33? Surprised me. I'm like, okay, like manifestation at work. But it worked out. It worked out well. It gave me enough to play. All righty. Can we start fresh? You just found my channel last night. Oh, you just found my channel last night. Okay. If you go to the channel, basically what it's going to explain the 1-1 rundown and the tutorials. And I don't know how long you've been playing Pick3. If you know anything about the different rundowns that they have, Miss Ella Winkler. My tutorials explain a lot of it, but I can also, you can email me and I can, give you my phone number to call me, or best time to call you. You say you saw that B33. You saw it and laughed out loud. Okay, I know that was something, wasn't it? Yeah, but that's what we can do, Miss Ella. I don't know everybody's how long they've been playing Pick3, what they know about rundowns, and how, and basically what the system is basically works off the law average and checking your numbers. Oh, you understand all that? Okay. So okay, so that's basically it then. I don't know how many of my videos you looked at or what you're seeing. I know everybody has different stuff on YouTube where they, and they got the premium and some don't have the premium. And I know those commercials can take up a lot of time popping up while you're trying to look at the videos. So that's why I try to relate to that situation there, because I know it can take time. I personally got premium with YouTube, and it's a big difference. But I don't know if you have that. But if you understand the 1-1 rundown, did you understand the 22 columns and how to put them together, Ms. Ella? I'm talking to you. Yeah. Did you understand the 22 columns and how to put them together? That's the main thing. That's going to give you the master sheet to get started. That's going to give you the main thing. Okay, you looked at about 10 videos. Okay, great. Oh, you did the rundown on the 22 columns? Did you understand how to find the number that came in that and do the 1-1 rundown and find it on the columns? Okay, so that's basically it. If you go back, if you take another sheet and just go back, you just on the front pairs and the back pairs, basically what you would have to do, and that's what I did when I first put the sheet together. I had to go back about a year, and when I put it together, and I said, okay, I can subtract to see what numbers didn't come, and then I just transferred. Well, I really didn't just transfer the numbers when I first started the sheet. What I did was I started all over again. And I realized, I said, man, I'm still not hitting like I think I should hit. And then when I finished that next year, I realized that the year in, say, 2021, the numbers in 2022 was falling in 2023. And I said, oh, that's what I got to do. I got to make sure I transfer the numbers over and start playing those that hadn't came in yet. And that's what basically would put me together as far as knowing what numbers to play and putting my everyday carries together, because I played the numbers that hadn't failed from the previous year, and how to organize them and put the mirrors together. It took a while for me to understand this. I didn't understand what mirrors or flip was. Like most people don't know what all that was. And then I started putting the mirrors and the flips together, and the single digits and all that. And I could see everything at a glance, and that's where Pick 3 at a glance came from. And that's basically what it is. We're working by the law of average. And we're finding the numbers that don't play and move them on from year to year. Because if you've seen my videos, you know I tell people that it takes about 3 years to 4 years for all 1,000 numbers to basically rotate and change positions with the doubles and the straight numbers. You know, the triples are only going to come straight. So they're going to come like they are. And the triples only going to come on an average 3 times out of a year. That's why I really don't focus on triples. Like I say, unless triples I only play no triple play all the way up to December. And then I feel comfortable with playing a triple, I play them. But I really don't. That's how I hit, like I said, this year. Like I say, tracking, I knew that the AA back pair hadn't failed and triple eights hadn't failed. And I knew that triple threes, we hit the triple threes too, because they mirrored each other. And I said, oh, them twos and threes got, let's see. It says you need to add, okay. So I need to add the numbers from 22 and 2 that didn't, yes, that didn't hit. Yes, that's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Did not hit. Yes, that's what you need. That did not hit. Yeah. You just backtrack. I know some people want to go back 6 months. All right. What's up, Renzo? It was all right. How you doing, my brother? But yeah. I do. I do look at the numbers to see how they float from the previous year. Just to see if I see anything. But normally, I focus on the ones that didn't come out that I carry from year to year. And what I do, the ones that didn't, like in January of this year, I highlight all the numbers. Well, the annual sheet, I make an annual sheet. I make 2 sheets. I highlight all the numbers that didn't come out on the annual sheet, and I highlight all the numbers that come out on the monthly sheet. That way, at a glance, I know if that column don't hit on a month, then I know to play those numbers that didn't come out in the previous year. That's how I keep track. Same way with doing the front pairs and the back pairs from the year. That front pair and back pair is mostly a yearly sheet. It is a yearly sheet. But as you go, and like I say, once you realize what numbers didn't come out and you highlight them, you'll start seeing a pattern. I've hit many times straight off that front pair and back pair tracking. Because for instance, like I say, if 1, 2, 3 front pair don't come and 2, 3 back pair don't come, and I've been tracking it toward the end of the year or middle of the month or whatever, and decide to play, depends off the column, because that 1, 2, 3 would be on column 1. Then I would pick up that 1, 2, 3, because more than likely it's going to come like that, because the front and the back hadn't failed on that number. Excuse me, front and back number hadn't failed. And that's how tracking that front pair and back pair is what gives me my straights, pretty much. That's the same way with the triple eights when I hit them. I knew that 8 back pair, that 8 back pair hadn't failed and triple eights hadn't failed. Now, if that 8 front and hadn't failed, that 8 back hadn't failed, I don't think y'all would have been able to carry me to carry me from the bank with all the money I would have had, because I'd have loaded up on them eights. There wouldn't even been no talking about it. And that can happen, but you don't know that unless you track it. You don't know nothing about them numbers if you ain't tracking them. Nothing. I mean, that's the way I was. I was just playing in the dark. What I know about the numbers if I didn't know? I mean, I thought I had it together with the rundowns and all that, but I didn't know what's going on with them 1,000 numbers at one time. And I can understand it's something new, and I feel blessed that I came across the idea and came across it really, because most people don't track all 1,000 numbers. And the way it came to me was that, if you know anything about the rundown, especially that 1-1 rundown, most of them tell you to minus the one. That's where I started, minusing the one. A lady showed me that. She showed me how to minus the one on the rundown and do the 1, 2, 3. So I was doing that for a minute, and then some said, "Man, I keep minus this because my brain don't function like that. I like things in order." So I said, I'm gonna add it and see what I get. So I added the one to all the rundowns, to all the numbers, and I got the same number, but they was just in the reverse order. The number I ended up at the bottom with, I had on the top, but they were all in numerical order, easy to understand and easy to find. So I was using that system for a while. And then I was looking in books, and they had different columns and how to track numbers and stuff like that. And they still was minusing that one on that rundown. So I say, I'm going to make a column like that, but I'm just going to do the reverse and find me some numbers that I can use to make up 1,000 numbers. So making up that 1,000 numbers, it was one number, that one on the end, you'll see that 037. Somebody asked me how'd I come up with that 037. I don't know. I just was adding numbers to try to get to 1,000 and everything. I wanted to make sure all the 1,000 numbers would be in what I added up to. And that 037 was the one that I did the 1-1 rundown on, and there it was. And that's how Picture at a Glance got started. That one sheet, this one master sheet. And then I had another one where I say, okay, the master sheet is good, but I need something a little bit different. I need to find the pairs easier and find out what pairs hadn't failed together. And that's where that triangle, I call that number 2, came in. And I put it together. And I wanted to make sure that I could cross out all the pairs out of the 1,000 numbers. And I did. And that's how I knew that last year, that 3-8 hadn't failed for 127 days. See, I'm saying you ain't gonna know that stuff if you ain't tracking. And I hit that 3-8 on the back end. I hit it the way I played it, and on the back end. And then I wanted to know where the Miller numbers were, where the single code numbers were at. That's fine that they were code. It was fine that there was code, but where were they at? So I could use them to play if I needed them. So I made that 0 to 9 column, 3 of them, and just start checking the numbers off as they fell in what column. And when I did that, I said, okay, that's pretty cool. So like if I was like my everyday carrier number is 160. So if I marked it off for the month and that 6 didn't fall off on the front, then I would add 6. I play that 160 as 610 or 601 to hit straight. I try to look to hit straight, and that worked it pretty good. And then I came out with that front pair back pair chart. I say, I want to know where the front pairs and back pairs drop at, and that was pretty easy chart. But all of them fairly easy. The most time you want to do that if you get this book called the Green Book to do the 1-1 rundown on the numbers. I don't know if you've seen that in my tutorials, or I try to keep that in my community tab. Like they minus the one, like I was just mentioning, but that the base number will always be in that rundown. So whatever that number is, they got all 1,000 numbers with the 1-1 rundown minus in the book. So I just go to find that number. The book works for everywhere, California, anywhere. The system works anywhere, because we're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, Stephen. Yeah, and we're tracking all 1,000 numbers. It works anywhere. Yeah, the whole system is based on tracking all the 1,000 numbers at a glance. Simple. Take you about 10 minutes once you do it, the chart, and then I guess it works psychologically too, because you'll remember the numbers. Good evening. Be my best self. All right. Okay, for all the numbers, if all the numbers are marked off, the triples grid to track singles, do you start a new chart the same month? If all of the triples grid, the triples grid, trying to think what that triple grid, you're talking triples grid. You got me on the triples grid. I'm not understanding what triples grid you're talking about. Over on your triples grid. You mean those three, all the numbers? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the columns, the three columns. Yeah, they're all marked off. Yeah, you do start over. Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You do start over. If they're all marked off, you just start over. Yeah, if anything marked off, this year was a funny year in Missouri because I've never seen so few numbers already going this early. Usually I have about 30 or so, especially that front pair and back pair. Wow, I was surprised. Okay, I was totally surprised about that, and because we only got that 24 left on the back pair, it might come out any time, and only got with that 28 hitting on the first of the year, we only got about 5. And pretty much, I wouldn't be starting over, but I probably would start playing some of those numbers because on average, 3 of those numbers gonna come out exact. If that like that 284 that fell for the first of the year, I probably would play if I was adding a number. I'd probably play that number back, play that number to my playlist, add it to play every day, my daily pet number, and I would add like a 28. I would add 28 on that front pair, and then I would probably play like 280. It'd be and then I would go back and see what last time that back 8 fell on a number. Okay, and then I like that if 85 hadn't fell on the back, then I'd play 285, or 82 ain't fell on the back, I play 282. That's what I mean by strategizing, because you work by law average. If the number ain't filled out, and that 28 didn't fall none last year, that's how I do it. Yeah, it probably is. I used to didn't. Then I said, man, I just said, well, I can figure out how to use. But Paris got the best odds. Paris got the best odds of all of it. But I've done good with Paris because if that 2-4, if I was to pick it up right now when I hit, I'd play it 3 times on the back. That 24 on the back, and that's $180 in Missouri for $3. I could play it like that. I have played them like that. When it gets down low like that, and I know on lower average it ain't played all year. When I pick up a pair, that's how I play it, and then I just add that to my pool to keep playing. Yeah, I do that all the time. Yeah, yeah. But pairs are decent. Yeah, it depends on as long as you know any of the numbers, got an idea when they fail or how they and can track them, you're gonna have a better idea of how to play them. And all the numbers go run different in all states. All midday number and evening numbers gonna run different. But with the picture at a glance system, I'll go through and thumb through midday here in Missouri. I ain't did it yet this year. And I thumb through see if there's anything sticking out. Like I really look for the doubles, like any like 0-0 front or 0-0 back or 5-5 front or 5-5 back or something like that ain't fail. Because what I did year before last, 5-5 front pair hadn't failed and 5-1 back pair hadn't failed. So I matched that up. That was on midday. And I'll go back and I check off the master sheet, my annual sheet, to see if that 5-5 or go back the data on their data and see if 5-5-1 failed all that year. And it hadn't failed all that year. So I put that on my midday, just that number on my midday as a daily play, and I hit it. You can use it on any midday or evening because you're gonna know what the numbers are, especially on the pairs. I always look for pairs that ain't failed. If a front pair or back pair ain't failed on midday, them the ones I look for. And then I look to see what back pair might mate up with that, or what front pair might mate up with it. And if the number itself ain't fail at all, I definitely play that number. Yeah, but pairs really don't pair. Well, they do. Depends on how you play 'em. And if like I say, I usually play them a dollar on the back pair. In the Missouri, that's $60, so that's $180 or $4. It depends what I want to play. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody got any questions? Anything nothing's popped up yet? Oh, okay. And they don't play front pair. Came out with January this year. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now you can see. You can see. It takes about a year. That's why I say that's where I was messing up at first. I was starting over from scratch and realizing that the numbers didn't stop from doing what they was doing because the year changed. They kept doing what they was doing all the time. That's the same way that 28 came in this year. Oh, okay, you caught it. All right. Okay. Hold on, man. Let me get the green book. I'm gonna give y'all the phone number to it. Hold on. And all you do is call them, and they'll mail it right out to you. Hold on. All right. All right. If you got pencil paper, write this number down. It's 1-800. Okay. 811-2151. And it's called Proof Hits, which stands for professor, but it's PROF. You might have heard of it. HITS, HITTS. And it's called Ready Reference Rundown and Workout. And you can call them, and they'll send it out to you. It's a nice book. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm looking at, but it's got, see here. Let's see. Let me show you. Well, it's got the plus and minus, but it's got the 1, 2, 3. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's got the 1, 2, 3, and it's got the 1, 1, 1 rundown. But they minused it. You're welcome. And they minused it, but I saw it. I say that didn't make sense to me. So I said I'm gonna add it, and I added it, and like I say, that started to pick 3 at a glance. And it's a good book. It's got all 1,000 other numbers. So if your number come in, all you gotta do is go find your number. It's got the 1, 1 rundown in it, and the base number like the 6, 7, 8. If you go to 6, 7, 8 and you did your 1, 1 rundown, that's going to be the 0, 1, 2. And that 0, 1, 2 going to automatically be in that rundown. It might, well, it's going to probably be that way, but it might be 102 or 201, but that's going to be under column 1 of the rundown. Yeah. Julian Roberts. All right. Thank you for coming. Good night. But yeah, it works fine for that. You don't have to do all the rundowns on it. Once you got your master sheet, you can just go to the columns and mark them off. That helped me out a lot when I found that book. Yeah. But I still, I guess, habit. I just write it down right quick. Once I find where the base number is, then I know the column and then just mark it right off. Because it's just a 1, 1 rundown. Most of you are gonna remember those little 22 numbers anyway. You had it for 3 years, and you never used it until you saw. Oh man! Well, hey, everything in due season. That's what I say, Larissa. Everything in due season, man. But I would, hey, look. I keep telling you I'm 70 years old. You think I thought I'd be doing this right now after retire? No, but I enjoy it. I enjoy Pick Three. I enjoy Pick Three because I can track it and see how those numbers are actually working, and they don't work nothing like trying to hit the next day. Believe me, if you don't know what's going on, you can get in a bind. Yeah, they don't work like that. Mm-mm. You track them down, and then when you miss, it ain't too bad because you know what to do. You know how to adjust and cut back. Look through it and never choose it. Well, but I probably wouldn't have never looked through it either or understood it even if I hadn't did the system when the lady gave it to me and just reversed doing the 1-1 rundown. Then when I found that book, I said, this is what I needed. I knew the book would work for me. So I didn't lay it down. It's just like I said, everything in due season, everything in order. Oh, okay, great. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it. It's going to be simple with the system. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a great thing to have. But yeah, I love Pick Three. Like I said, if I what is that though? What is it? Whatever. I'm trying to think. The Powerball, not the Powerball, but the Mega Millions up to all that money. I think if I won all that money, I'd still play Pick Three because I got nothing else to do. I'd still be messing with them crazy numbers. I'll probably play a little bit more, but not much more. But I'd just be playing it for fun, really. And I do all right. I do play Pick Three for fun. It's really good. It's not, now that I know what I'm doing. I don't think nothing good. Baking a cake ain't good if you don't know what you're doing. No. Baking the cake. Yeah. I think everybody could use that book though, especially with the system. Especially if they got to go back and track. Missouri, I kind of took. I was able to put all the last year numbers up on evening for them. Now, if they want to do midday, they're gonna have to find the numbers. Let's see. They'll have to find the numbers. Look like oh yeah, that is combine and see what that looks good. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, that's mind blowing. You're right. When I seen that and start pairing them and seeing how they was falling, that is definitely mind blowing. Matching them mirrors up, because we only got 4 numbers now left. Well, 2 numbers that mirror each other for the year. Hey, Mike, did you see that 60 came on the back like I was showing yesterday? I know you probably seen it. I know you seen it, Mike. Back pair. Remember I was in the 6-1. Remember I was showing that yesterday. Well, if you play at midday or evening, if you want to play both of them, Ella, that's fine. You have to track them separate. You make sure you track them separate, not on the same sheet. On the same sheet. But yeah, track them separate. No, I play every day. I play every day. It's just. I mean, I ain't. I mean, I had some bad habits, but I quit enough of them to be able to play every day. For Yeah, I play every day. Who is that? Darty Bay. Yes, I play every day. I go in battle every day, but it is good. I play responsibly. I know how to play and not hurt myself. No, no, I play every day. Yeah, but I do good. Believe me. Ain't good as I gonna do when that 160 and that 076 and that 574 come in. Like I said, when you see them numbers, you know more monetary at the bank, but I ain't gonna tell y'all what bank. I tell y'all everything else, but where my bank is at. All right, I don't know if the system is freezing up, but yeah, this tracking is the way to go. Tracking all the numbers. Even I mean, if you don't play on a regular basis and you just want to keep up with those numbers, because something might just stick out to you that you just got to play. Like last year, that 060 and that 60 back pair didn't fall, and 600 didn't fall. I put that on my bucket list to play, and I hit it just like that. And won pretty good with it. The 090 was the same thing. 090 front and 90 back didn't fall. I hit that pretty good. Like I say, I hit that front and back pair. I just can't say enough about it, tracking it. I mean, all of them good. And Ms. Velda, you're trying to, I think, I'm missing a piece of information I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you could be missing. I don't know what you're. Oh, I need to track the numbers from the previous month and the same month from the previous year from the back pair, correct? From the previous year? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're just going back to 2022 and track those numbers. That's all. You don't have to go any farther. Let me see if I'm reading this right. I need to track the numbers from the previous month and the same month from the previous year. Well, starting this month, you just go from December back, 2022. You wouldn't be just because that's what I'm saying. You just need to go back. Start from December right now and go backwards. But still go forward, start putting, tracking the numbers for January of 2023, Ms. Valeria. And the front pair and the back pair, yeah, same thing. December back of 2022 back. But that's basically it. And like I was saying, most of my numbers is from track that I hit big and good on is from tracking front pair and back pair. But I know by tracking the actual numbers what's going on, and I can make them up. Like I do 527 came, and they wait till the last day of a year to play it on me, and I hit it good. Oh, you trying to do the workout? Oh, I see. All right, you trying to do the workout while you're talking to me? Okay, I got you. And yeah. Especially if you do the front pair and back pair and find out that number didn't fall all that year, is good. Then you can add it to your bucket list. Yeah, I think you can play in other states online. This is the way of the future to me. People that I mean, you got people that predict numbers for all states, but I think when online really takes off, it's going to be like a specialty where people that's actually knowing what's going on with the numbers in their state rather than everybody trying to play for everybody's state and play the numbers. To me anyway, because I don't know. That's where I see it going. I know I can't predict for everybody's state, and I can't do that to them, and I ain't gonna do it to me for one. I'm probably too old now if I wanted to, but I think it's not necessary if everybody just using a tracking system to track all 1,000 numbers with this system and put it all together and know what's going on with the numbers. Because I mean, I've been there. I probably spent as much money in books as I spent playing the numbers, trying to learn the system. I think it paid off some though. I had every book. I read everything I could read. I pulled every number I could pull from everywhere I could pull it from, and then pick three at a glance came together. When what I did is what I do, when I put it together, I said, man, this is a nice system. I got to think of a name. I said, pick three at a glance, and that's how it all started. Pick three at a glance. That's how it all started. That was 30 years ago or so. But it was good. It was good. And then now I have more time, and really it works even better for me now because I'm retired. So I got more time to watch the numbers, track them, and meditate on them more. I mean, you can. I had got to the point I just my sheets so I could study when I wasn't, instead of carrying a book or something, I would just take pictures of my sheets and read them off my phone and study off my phone when I wanted to study them. Take pictures of them like that while I was working. So rather than try to carry my written book with me at times. But it ain't much paper to carry with each month. It's only like maybe 3 sheets of paper once you write them out. Because I handwritten them at that time. I didn't have no computer, and if I did have it, I didn't know how to use it. So it didn't matter with me, you know. Yeah, playing online is going to be big. And then with the playing with the law average, I was thinking about that from the guy. You probably heard it on the casinos where they only used to play with one deck. And this guy said, hey, I just work with the law average and the last numbers come out. Then I know how they coming. I'll bet heavy on those cards that come out. And he broke the casinos. They banned him off the boat. So what he did, he went and trained everybody, some people how to read cards like he could. And then when they win, they split the pot between them. Now, for what I read, I was reading back on it not too long ago. They have professional spotters to spot card counters. So law average works, and that's what this is, basically law average. You'll see it when you start tracking it down. You're gonna see how those numbers really, really roll. You're gonna see that out of 10 numbers, if you play 10 numbers 365 days out of that year, on average, I'm talking about you're gonna have eyes like everything. You're only gonna get 10 of them exact, because that's only a third of the 1,000 of the 10 numbers, and 100 is a third of the 1,000. Well, 300 is a third of the 1,000 numbers. So if you played $300 a day, I guess however it goes, you get still gonna only get a third of it. So if you play, like I said, if you play a different number 365 days out of the year, when you get through playing, you're still gonna have 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch. You ain't gonna pick three at a glance on them. You ain't gonna tic-tac-toe your way to them. You ain't gonna grid your way to them. You ain't gonna flip your way to them. You ain't gonna mirror your way to them. The only way to get them is to track them and know what they're actually doing. And that's in all states. That's anywhere in the country. Every year, and they got 635. They don't know what's going on with it. So that's why I went into trying to find numbers nowhere else too much. Once I come with picture at a glance, I didn't really need to. But yeah, and I'm telling you, you're gonna get about 4 or 5 numbers straight, exact. So that's why you really have to track and see what's going on with the numbers to get a decent shot at it. I haven't heard anybody dispute what I'm saying yet. And I don't know. I could, I got 15 years of data I can pull up and show 'em. I've been tracking it. That I ain't too far wrong from what I'm saying. But yeah, I said when I started looking at that, I'm like, okay, I need to look at this a different way. I need to track these numbers. But yeah, knowing the front pair and back pair is really powerful, and knowing what all of them are is really powerful. So you don't miss anything. And I mean, I see numbers I know can hit, but I can't play them all. I can track them all. I see numbers I say, okay, like if I track the pairs, and I see, and you're gonna make, I like, let's see on pair. Let me give an example. Say 1, 2, say 1, 2, 3 come 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at say 1, 2 pair, 2, 3 pair. Let's see, let me look up. Say 1, 2 pair, 23 pair, and 1, 3 pair don't come in. That's 1, 2, 3 pair to play, and I know more likely that number gonna come in, but I can't play that number. I hop off my other numbers until they come, pretty much. And just what I do hope for, it don't come before I hit. That's all I hope for, because I know it's coming. I just can't get to it. That's all I know. Would you do a workout on doubles using your trap system that you touched on last night, please? Also, still a little confused on how to track the single pairs. Oh, so you want me to do a trap on my doubles? That's fairly. I can explain that. On doubles, talking about doubles, yeah. You just do you have Nelson? Do you have a? Can you play pairs where you at? And not only that, yeah. If you got your doubles, if it's, let's say 1, 2, 2, you do the 1, 2 front pair and the 2, 1 front pair. And then, your doubles, I say 1, 2, 2. You just gonna have the 2, 2 back pair that you would play on that, on your double. Or if it comes 2, 1, 2, or if it's 2, 1, 2, you play it, you do the 2, 1 on the front and the 1, 2 on the front, and the same numbers on the back, pretty much. That's how that would work. Wait a minute. Something came up and then went back down. You're confused on tracking the single pairs. If you okay, I wouldn't. Let's see. I might. What time is it here? I don't want to hold everybody up. I can send you a link on that pairs. How to do that? Because if I do it tonight, it take a little time, and I don't want to. That'd take a little time, but I just explained it pretty much on the pairs and the single pairs. I'll send you a link on that. Nelson. Oh, you put a lot of work on pick 3. Now you are sharing it with the world. Kudos to you, bro. Well, thank you. I appreciate that comment. I appreciate that. God is good. I'm a blessed man, believe me. If I tell y'all how blessed I was, we'd be here all night. Oh, you missed it, Mike. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Mike. Mike, look, it ain't gonna be the first one you missed. It ain't gonna be the last one if we keep playing. That's the way I look at it, bro. It ain't gonna be the first one. It ain't gonna be the last. But you know, it didn't hurt you too bad. I know who was that? Somebody hit me and told me they played that hit the 076 with me last night. Yeah, they hit the 076, man. So yeah. Nielsen at. What I do probably, Nielsen, I'm a probably when the live is over with, I'll probably do that for you, and I'm gonna put it on my page, on my channel. I'm gonna put it on my channel. What you asked me about, as far as the trap, and then you should be able to see it. I'll put it right up front. I'll put it together right quick for you on the trap. That'll work? I'm pretty sure that'll work. And the pairs is on. I explain that on every tutorial about the single pairs. So, but you might need to call me. You might need to just call me, email me, and we talk. And I'll send you my phone number. You send me a good time to call you. It's easy to explain. Oh, I got you. I've been there, done that, Mike. Been there, done that. Still do it a little bit. Only reason I don't hit a lot of these numbers because I done jumped off of them too soon. You get there. You know you have to you get there for sure. Okay, goodness. Okay, but like I said, what I probably do is just put a one together, or you can call me. Do I play the used or unused numbers? Well, by law average, you play the unused numbers. That's what I'm talking about by law average. But now you're not looking to play all them numbers that and that's from last year or this year. You're talking about Miss Valerie D. But you by law average, you would play the unused numbers. That's what you're looking at. Okay. But let's see. And Nielsen, call me if you can. Um, just email me. Yeah, that can be a little confusing, but the main thing you got to remember, if it's three separate numbers, you're gonna have three pairs. Okay. If it's a double, like 122, you're just gonna have two pairs to mark off. And if it's a triple, like triple twos or triple eights, you're just gonna mark the double eights off. That one might be a little confusing there. Well, some confusing. Yeah. But once you got it, you got it. It's nothing. But like if you got the like I say, the one two, you got the like one two three. You got three numbers. You're gonna mark off the one two. You're gonna mark off the 12, the 13, and the 23 on that triangle. That's three numbers, three separate numbers. You're gonna mark off the 12, the 13, and the 23 off that triangle. Then if you got 112, you're gonna mark off the 11 and the 12 because you only got two separate numbers, different numbers. That's the thing to remember. And if you got a triple, whatever that triple is, if it's 0, 2, 8, you just gonna mark off that pair, that zero, the zero pair or the two pair, whatever that is, because there's only one number. And the other numbers, however they come. Yeah. What else can I see? Anybody else got any other questions? I think I just about covered what yeah. And let me see if I missed anything. No, I think that's about it that I got on everything. Um, let's see. Any more questions? I don't know if this thing is freezing up, and if it is, some questions they're not popping up. Oh, James, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, okay, Ms. D, you'll try tomorrow. You're gonna can you can call me if you like. Yeah, yeah. I thought I mentioned that. You gonna play midday? See if you have any luck. Okay. Now here they coming up. Okay. Okay, good. You got that front pair. Yeah, that front is good. It's fairly simple though, because all you're doing is front and back pair of the number. All right, you too. Appreciate you. B33LZ. Appreciate you coming out tonight. But I'm going to be doing this from as long as I see it's feasible, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central, and hopefully everybody get it and share it and help everybody else become better players. What does the sheet look like on the pairs? Mike, that's you asking what the sheet look like on the pairs. I can put that up right quick because I thought somebody might want to see what something looked like. let's see. That's what I need to get the pairs down. What does it? Okay, Mike. I'm gonna put the pairs up right quick so you can look at them. I'm gonna turn this. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna flip the screen a minute here and see if it'll come up. Let me see what's it. Let's see. I thought now Excel spreadsheet. Oh, okay, yeah. Can you see that? That's the front pair, back pair sheet. Let me see if I can get it closer. The numbers at the top are the same at the bottom. Okay? The numbers at the top are the same at the bottom. If y'all can see that. It starts with 00 down to 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08 to 09. Then it goes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All the way down. And the same numbers at the top that's at the bottom. See, there's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. And all you're doing is going straight down. And like if your number is, if triple zeros come in, you're going to do the 00 at the top and mark the 00 at the bottom. If 1, 2, 3 come in, you're going to do the 1, 2 at the front, and you're going to do the 2, 3 at the bottom. Okay. Can y'all see that? Can you see the sheet for the front pair and back pair? Can y'all see it? I mean, I'm thinking that you can see it. Let me get back here and see what's going on. All right. Okay, you say what, Scott? Simple way to do them is start with 0 plus 10, then each row minus 1. Do 1 for front pair and another. Yeah, right. That's what you're doing. Doing one sheet for front pair, one sheet for back pair. I just got them on the same sheet. You can do it. I put them on this. I did put them on the same sheet, but you can do it on separate sheets if you like. Yeah. How often does what you talking about single number play in a month? It depends from month to month. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. If you look, Mike, if you don't know, you just don't know, buddy. I bought a new cell phone. Thought I had it going on, man. And the guy gave me the case to the phone when I walked out the door, and the phone wouldn't slide in the case. I'm just tripping. I say, this man gave me the wrong case for this phone, and I'm trying to shove it down in the case, and it wouldn't go. So I went in the store and gave the man the phone. I said, man, you gave me the wrong case for the phone. He looked at me all funny. So I handed it to him, and he took the phone and flipped the phone around the opposite way and slid right down in that case, man. I was so embarrassed. I didn't ever turn the phone the other way because I just knew the way I was putting it in was right. So after that, man, I started second guessing myself for sure. I was so embarrassed that phone, he turned that phone around and it flipped in there so funny. I was like, oh my God. I tried to shove the thing down in there. But you don't know, you just don't know, Mike. You don't know, you just don't know. Okay, thanks. Good. Did you get it? From back prayer sheet, now you can see it. Did you, so you can figure it out enough to know what I was saying? Man, yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get online today. I don't. It was rough. That thing on YouTube that they was telling me they need my fingerprint. I put my fingerprint in, said it wasn't working. I'm like, okay, y'all don't play with me. It's too much work that I done put in here. I'm about to go find somebody at YouTube and talk to them. It's a lot. It's not a lot of work, but you really, you don't have that one-on-one with person to talk to. Uh, Missouri, I haven't never looked at it. When they went to the electronic system, I stopped trying to even look at it on TV. I was first. I almost stopped playing lawyer because I say, oh, they finna do something slick. But as I started tracking, I realized the numbers were still falling the same about the way they normally do. So, like I said, like I do say, you can track 1,000 numbers. We can't track them 10,000. Believe me, if everybody start tracking them numbers, them 10,000, where we tracking them, if they do something, believe me, we gonna know. Because you're gonna see a pattern. You're gonna see a pattern. It's a basic pattern that ain't gonna change too much. It's a basic pattern that ain't gonna change. You'll see them. 3 machines. Oh, okay. And they use the machines to draw. Oh, okay. This here, ours, they use animated numbers, like cartoon numbers. They don't even use no machines. In Missouri, they don't. They use one last time I looked at them. They use animated numbers popping up. No machine. Saying they saving money on them machines from breaking down and all kind of different problems. But they use an animated machine. But I haven't really looked at where the numbers are filled from for the longest, or whatever they're using, especially on pick 3 and pick 4. I think they still use the balls with Powerball and Mega Million in those, but the state games they don't. All right, everybody. I think it's gonna be getting past some folks' bedtime. You know how they say, once a man, twice a child. See, like I sleep a lot now. Any other questions here? I don't know if this machine, if this system is slow sending up comments. All right, y'all. It looks like if it's not slow, I think everybody's questions have been answered, I hope, or happy with what they got. All right, Mike. I don't know what they bringing out. Well, I do. I'm still playing them I'm still playing those. Let's see. Good night. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Be my best self. Um, I think I'm still playing those doubles. I ain't messing with the triples right now. I really ain't. If they come, them mates come back, they just come back right now. I don't know. They come, they come. I ain't telling you to get off of them though. You know that. Whatever you playing. But I'm putting my money on my ones like every day. I think they're using machines, and I don't even know they did that. How you see that? Who in Missouri? No. Uh, Drop a triple with all those repeats. Well, you're gonna get 3 triples out a year anyway, pretty much on average. Sometimes maybe 4. And it's kind of, I just go by law of average with those triples. If no triple come out in 12 months or 11 months, then I'll play a triple pretty much. Because you don't have no idea when them triples gonna spring out on you. I never would have thought them daggone 8s would have fell behind a 5-7-0. When an 8 to be seen. Yesterday's and today's midday. Now, I didn't even look at the midday. I really don't even trip with midday until the morning. I don't even too much trip with night numbers until in the morning. I got that type of brain that I got the type of brain that won't shut off when I start looking at stuff. And with these numbers, my brain will say, all right, get up and see what you see. So I usually don't check my numbers till in the morning anyway. Yeah. Just like I didn't know that 6-0 fell on the back end. I had an idea because one of the subscribers called me and asked me, did I get it? Asked me something that I knew. Okay. I said, yeah, I got a little something about it. Oh, okay. All right, family. Anything else? I'm finna close it out. All right. I hope everybody have a blessed day. And like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And always remember that your struggles gonna always be, your strength gonna always be in your struggles. Good night, everybody. Thank you.